Hi, Paul Schmodaloka, CEO of NEU Energy, former U.S. Army officer. I'm here to talk to you about tactical solar and just in general the use of ruggedized battery generators in the military sort of environment. So NEU Energy is one of the most prolific providers of portable battery generators in the Ukraine conflict, with over 1,000 units deployed, with special operations, with military intelligence, with line units, in many with medical units. And the Ukraine conflict has proven that it's as much a battery war as it is a war of drones, or underpinning the entire drone war is actually the need to recharge not just your drone batteries, but your tablets, your goggles, your controllers, your retransmission antennas, computers, and most of all monitors, and Starlinks that have come into play extensively. So, and then of course there's the whole counter drone area that we work in, which all of our applications range from running jammers to drone detection antennas in remote environments, to also lighting up searchlights with irregular vehicles with 50 cals on them, and being able to, once the unit has vectored the Shaheed in, being able to shoot down that Shaheed. You have to see him in that final moment. We're very proud to say we've been involved in a number of missions shooting down Shaheeds, and as a result saving a lot of civilian lives. So, but I'm here to talk to you about things like weight and performance and how to match things well for tactical users. So the first of all, we have a family of our sun cases. So everything starts ultimately with the portable power you need. Here we have the Sun Case 605. We call this our man-portable one-arm lift at 17 pounds. It's highly usable for just about anybody that's working on the battlefield. Our newest is the Sun Case 1213. This is a little heavier. It still is a one-arm lift. Easy, quick grab-and-go handle. We have a lot of these and the 6L5s on ambulances in conflict environments. This one weighing in at 30 pounds is a little bit more of a lift, but it is a one-arm lift. And then you move up to the Sun Case 2425. We call this a one-man lift, but a two-man carry. Vehicle mounted, dismounted. And then you have the Sun Case 3651 with 5 kilowatt hours of battery in there. That one weighs in at 123 pounds. That is a two-person lift and a three-person carry, but it also has wheels. Both of these have wheels and extendable handles, and we make a big wheel pneumatic kit for the Sun Case 3651 to be able to work in off-road, we call them, environments. So we're here to talk about tactical solar. One of the first things about solar on the battlefield is it will meet a heat signature. So one of the things that we do is that we use MPPT charge controller so that you can locate the solar panels as far away from the units as possible and still recharge them effectively. So we offer everything from 30 feet extension kits to 100 feet. Very often our users find themselves with Sun Case 2425 in a trench or in a basement, especially with medical stabilization points. But then they want to locate and put the panel out on a roof or in the copse of trees or in some kind of hidden environments where they still have access to full sun, but it provides them with some measure of security and difficulty to find their ultimate location, and they even bury the actual cable kits. This is what a typical solar extension kit is. So these are called MC4 connectors. They are watertight. They're used in consumer and commercial solar. So everything we do is of the highest grade. And then every one of our units here has an adapter. If you take the 2425, and it has MC4s, as you can see on the extension, male, female, you can't get it wrong. And then you need a pair of needle nose pliers or an actual MC4 tool to separate them once you've connected them. But I'm here to show you the tactical 200 watt panel. And this is, I think, the best high wattage panel that we have ever seen. It's got some very unique solar paint technology. It weighs in only at 7.5 pounds. So if you look at the difference, look up a 200 watt glass solar panel, and this is about a quarter of the weight. And of course, it does not reflect. It's black, and it folds up into a very tight package, which we can do at the end. You've got some MC4 connectors here on the back. And you can, as you can see, you can put them at an angle so that they can get the best reflection of the sun. You can lay them flat on the ground too if you want. Now that's 200 watts. You can interlink a number of them. So for the smaller sun cases, we recommend 1 or 2 of them. Why? Because that has a 500 watt hour battery. Putting in 200, usually you get about peak sun 80 to 90% of the actual rating. So one of those is enough for a Suncase 605. If you're really in a hurry, you could use 2 of them on a Suncase 1213, or you can use just 1. But then when you move to the bigger units, you're going to interlink. And in this case, you can do up to 8 of these. So 1600 watts of solar. Here, we recommend 4 or 800 watts of solar. So I'm going to show you another amazing solar panel. So this weighs in at just over 2 pounds. This is 120 watts of solar. And as you can see, it rolls up like a poster tube. Still has this adapter for MC4s. This will work with any of our units. You can attach multiple versions of them together. But if you're an operator and you want quick deployment, all you got to do is take it, roll it out like a magic carpet. You do have to have something on the ends so that you can keep it stretched out. You can also put it up on walls, so you can attach them, in a certain way, hang them, leave them there. Actually, it would be done in the opposite direction here. So very versatile, great on vehicles. You can just imagine laying this on the roof of your Humvee or anything like that. If your Humvee engine's hot, then it won't care if it has a little extra heat signature. But this is how you roll it up and go. For 120 watts and 2 pounds, there's nothing else like it. This should become the standard in the future for military solar use. If anybody ever tells you to use a glass solar panel in any contested environment, run away from them, because they're trying to set you up for failure. So in any case, 2 great choices that we offer on special order. We do make a 150 watt version of this, a little smaller, but check out how this one folds up. I mean, boom. That's it. I hold it with my fingers. That's how light it is. So weight is everything, as we know, for the soldier. Compactness is everything. One of the big attributes to our sun cases is it goes forward with ammo, food, and water. Stack ammo cans on it. We don't care. Sadly, we've had a lot that come back to get recharged, but it comes back with casualties. And, with over 1,000 units deployed with 40 different brigades in Ukraine, we've learned a lot from them. And we're trying constantly to adapt to the latest operating environment. Gas generators today, they emit big heat signature. Even if you bury them underground, you've got to get the exhaust somewhere. So they're a known liability. Even the noise from a gas generator can be detected by a drone quite easily. So we work with a lot of hospitals in Ukraine, and some of them have been hit directly on the generator because recon drones, they identify the audible noise, and then the FPVs or missiles follow suit. So we take our work here really seriously at NUE. We consult all of our military customers. We can help you understand the latest environment. We work with the UK Army, Italian Army. We're now starting in Estonia, Norway, and other markets. So we're very happy to bring our knowledge of the latest battlefield threats and at the same time the needs for power, running all sorts of devices. I could go through a long list, but the amount of sensors out there, just the amount of battlefield video, actually computer processing, and just, the way you're winning wars today is with identifiable information as fast as possible, and you need power to run all that, and you just don't know how long you're going to be out there. So you need regenerative sources. You got to be able to recharge these as fast as possible. One of the things that we did in adapting all of our sun cases is increasing our AC chargers in here, because when they came back with casualties, they needed to turn them in an hour and a half and get them back on the front lines. So that the guys aren't going to wait around forever to recharge. So we upgraded this over the last 3 years. We've been working there in the conflict for over 4 years now. We never expected to do that as a company. We were principally doing emergency management, disaster response, film and TV, construction, things like telecoms. but we found ourselves being used. And so we'd love to take those learnings. We're happy to talk to any allied military and share that with you.